Talk to us a little bit, and you certainly know it better than most. Talk to us about the culture of the Secret Service. I mean, it frankly seems like the agency has been defensive in the criticism of it, in the criticism it has received of the events. Is it an organization that can be self-critical and address these issues, or should there be some kind of what's the culture like? Should there be some kind of outside investigation to get to the questions that you are raising here, or can the organization self-investigate itself and course correct?
Question. You know, when I reported a series, a really gobsmacking series of security breaches by the Secret Service that made everyone sort of shake their head at how could this have happened? How could shots been fired at the Obama White House in 2011 and the Secret Service bungled the investigation, didn't know shots had been fired there, and hit the building for 4 days? How could a disabled veteran somehow get past 100+ Secret Service personnel and agents at the grounds of the White House and get deep inside the White House? How could that have happened? And a string of others. When I reported on this, the culture of the Secret Service was described to me overwhelmingly by people inside it as insular and defensive. And what I found was evidence that there was a premium by senior leadership put on covering up mistakes rather than trying to fix them. Covering them up so people could get promoted and not get in trouble for things that didn't go very well on their watch or on their leadership team. Now, I can't say that that is at the root of the problem that we just saw, the tragic failure that we just witnessed in Butler, Pennsylvania. What I can tell you is the evidence we have to date and the information I'm getting from inside the building is that the constrained, limited resources of the Secret Service, which was also a major contributor to events 9, 10, 11 years ago with all these major security failures and breaches, that limited number of people, difficulty finding counter snipers, a small pool of people who can be drawn on for counter assault agents on the scene, just a limited number of quote unquote bodies to throw at all of these events during a campaign seems to be what the Secret Service is concluding contributed to this event and contributed to the sort of holes in the security net around former President Trump on that day.